didn't bring my belts or nothing.
You know, it's all good.
Please just tell us what you're looking forward to in this fight coming up.
I'm looking forward to coming back and showcasing my skills. I think that my fight with Ema Kozin, I was coming off a year and 3 months of layoff. I had literally sparred one time before I fought against Ema Kozin, and I didn't perform the way that I wanted to. Like, I won the fight, unanimous decision, and I became a 3-time division world champ, and that got me in the Guinness World Records and everything. But when I watched back the film, I wasn't sharp. I didn't have my speed and have my timing that I usually have in my fights.
She gonna see a different fighter this time? Yeah,
you're gonna see a way different fighter. I think that the boxing world has forgotten who's the best woman fighter because I've been doing MMA, but I'm happy that Katie has been fighting, Amanda Serrano has been fighting, and those girls have been showcasing some great skills, but I plan to showcase some better skills coming my fight February 5th.
Talk about your focus. Do you still get butterflies and stuff like that, or what's your mindset?
I don't get butterflies. I get really excited for fights. I'm always super excited. I always have to tell my coach to let me know if I'm moving around too much, if I'm dancing too much in the back, because you can burn energy for the fight, and I want to save the energy for the fight. But sometimes I'm just really excited, and I need to be told to like calm down a little bit.
When you fighting internationally as well, you know, what's your concerns of going over there? Like, I mean, can you draw on Olympic experience, or what's the difference between fighting internationally and fighting in the States in your own backyard?
Well, one, when you fighting in a different country, you don't know if that place that you're fighting in has altitude or not. So, but me doing my research, it does have an altitude change. It have a 6-hour change also. So with that, you have to start doing things differently, even, you know, 2 weeks leading out from the fight than what you would do per fighting in the USA. So we're flying out to Vegas on the 20th, going to be out there for a week to get some altitude training. Then we're going to fly over there to London, do some media stuff. And then with the fight in Cardiff, it's 1,200 feet above the ground, but Vegas is 3,000. So I'm putting myself ahead of the game with getting some altitude training before I go over there, so I can go over there and push out my punches and my combinations, and not be worried about my lungs burning when they're tired. Because I have fought in a high altitude place before without having the time to get used to the altitude. And man, I won the fight, but my lungs were burning so bad, and that was back in the amateur. So now I know to get that altitude training before I go to places like that.
Do you feel like you have to dominate at all? I mean, just knowing that, you know, historically sometimes things can go disconnect, you know what I mean? Do you feel like you got to go in and dominate?
I feel like every fighter has to dominate, because not only am I fighting in her territory, but everybody want me to lose. That's how I look at it. Like they want the G.W.O.A.T to get dethroned. And that's why I go out there and I smash all these girls, and they be surviving and holding on for dear life. But I just keep beating them, and the ref just let them take a beating. And I walk away with the unanimous decision every fight.
You're the second local boxer recent to go over the pond and fight, Alicia Baumgardner being the first. Did you get to see her fight? Did you have any conversation with her about her performance, and what did you think of her performance, and how do you think that's going to affect your bout?
I follow women's boxing, and I was definitely eyes glued to the TV when it was Alicia versus Terry Harper. And I wanted to see Alicia be tested, because that was a big step up fight for her. And she came and she dominated, just like I knew that she could. I knew she possessed the power, but it's more of like, how was she going to do with that big old crowd and being in a different country and fighting against the champ? And she did great, and I knew she was going to win, but I know she was going to like a knockout. Was it the second round or something like that? Like, it was quick. She went out there and she dominated. And you asked me, was that going to affect my fight?
Yeah, I mean, have you any conversation with her? She give you any idea what to expect when you get over there?
No, I just told her to welcome to the World Champ Club. And I fought out the country before. I've won the Olympics in London, and I won the Olympics in Rio, and I was able to fight three different times. But I've traveled all over the world and fought. This is just my first time fighting in another country professionally. But I fought in at least 10 different countries already.
Do you think people don't know that about you?
If they didn't follow my amateur career, they don't. But I know people know at least that I fought in London and Rio. But I fought everywhere. I fought in Puerto Rico. I've been everywhere. I can't even think of all the countries right now.
Are you looking forward to the travel?
Am I looking forward to the travel this time?
Are you looking forward to the travel?
Are you looking forward to the travel this time?
Are you looking forward to the travel? 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 Are you looking forward to the tra
I'm looking forward to fighting with the crowd. I'm looking forward to boxing. I'm looking forward to showcasing my skills and my new power that I have, and just the new focus that I have too. I'm just looking forward to showcasing all of it.
Now, what do you think of your opponent's her experience? She has something like twice as much experience as you. Am I correct?
Yeah, 21-0, 11 knockouts. I like it, you know, but I've already dethroned somebody who was 21-0 with 10 knockouts, being Christina Hammer, who I think was a way better fighter than Ema Kozin. But Ema has worked her way up from the bottom to be where she is. She's my mandatory. I'm not going to turn her down. She's there. I'm going to fight her. I'm going to beat her. And show her that she hasn't fought against anybody like me out of all her 21 opponents.
Clarissa, I saw GT was with you, and you had phone calls from Adrian Broner and Floyd Mayweather that was on your Instagram. I just wanted to talk with you on what some of those conversations were like in depth, besides the clips, and how important was that for you to have, you know, support from guys that, you know, you watched and was around?
Well, one, I idolize Floyd Mayweather, you know, just his whole lifestyle. Just how he make all his decisions, have his own team, move when he want to move, make as much money as he want to make. I mean, he's probably made more money than any other boxer in the history of boxing. So I idolize him. To talk with him on the phone and to see that, you know, he watched my last MMA fight and he thought I won, you know. He watches my boxing. He's always giving me compliments on my accomplishments and wish me luck. But on our phone call, he just like he wanted me to come out to do some training with him. He want to show me some stuff inside the ring. And he just told me that I'm the best at whatever I do. Because I said on the phone, I said, well, I'm the best at boxing, you know, and I'm still learning MMA. And he said, no, you're the best at whatever you do. And that's really been like very uplifting to me just throughout this whole camp. Like, I'm not just the best at boxing. I'm the best at MMA too, because I'm the best at whatever I do. And as soon as I get those 3-4 years of experience in MMA, I'm going to be unstoppable there too. And he just reassured me that don't even worry about that little loss. He just was like, because I watched you fight and I definitely thought you won, but at the end of the day, you just keep moving forward, and I'm just ready to return back to boxing and show him I'm the best.
And seeing the fact that a long time ago he signed Savannah Marshall and she moved over to Eddie Hearn, the Sky Sports. Did you guys talk a little bit about that? Because obviously he's in your corner in this.
Nah, we never talked about that, but I remember when he first signed her, and it was something that he did say. He just was like, oh, that was the first. She's the only person to beat Claressa Shields, you know, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. But I feel like I don't know what kind of fighter wouldn't capitalize off of that. Like, if you got Floyd Mayweather behind you, and that's the reason why she's not over here. You know, that's why she went back over there, because it was a lot of big fights that she could have taken over here. But, like, the girls in the USA hit harder than the girls over there in the UK. And that's why she's over there fighting those girls and building her record up. And she's a knockout artist now. But there's no way that I would have been signed to Floyd and not been top tier. Like, I would have been signed. I would have been top tier. I would have fought the best. I would have been on pay-per-view by now. But she just wasn't good enough to do that. That's why she's over there getting the easy fights in the UK.
You expecting her to show up at your fight?
I hope so. Yeah, she can come. Christina Hammer sat ringside and jumped on in the ring talking trash after I won. Savannah Marshall gonna be ringside. She's gonna jump in the ring probably after I win and talk some stuff. But talking don't win fights, fighting do. Training do, preparing does. So she's gonna see a great performance, and then after that, is going to be proving what I've already been telling everybody. Like, I'm not running from her. We have been chasing her for all these years, and she's been putting up this whole facade that she's chasing me and that I'm afraid of her. If that's the case, why am I going to the UK to fight? I could fight here in the USA. I'm the one with all the belts. I'm going to the UK to fight, and I plan on fighting her in the UK, long as everything goes as planned. So I win this fight, she wins her next fight, and we meet.